Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Mukalele, for those very important timely clarifications. Now, colleagues, the goal of DIT is to prepare learners for the world of work. In every session and every occupation the learner have chosen, our goal is to help them know how they can earn a living by utilizing their skill. Now, following the modules that we have continuously had, Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, up to yesterday, Module
Mr. Ogish, am I the one who is not hearing you?
Hey, sorry about that. Now, I wanted to, I don't know, can you hear me then?
Yes.
Thank you. So following the guidelines we have received from our facilitator, apparently we have at least all what we need to guide. We shall have more other practical sessions just for us as at individual level. That is to get the confidence, to gain the confidence as
Mr. Ogish, I think your network is not okay. You can either turn off your video so that your audio can go on through. Otherwise, Mr. Dumba, I think you should be getting set so that you can be able to take on the introduction. Mr. Dumba, go ahead.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. It's almost full class here today. Dumba, Stephen are my names. Rogers, can you please confirm whether I'm audible enough?
Yes, you are very clear.
Okay, thank you so much. Those people who have never, I refer to you as students of Izon School of Computing. Although it's for a short 3 weeks, but behind me, that is your classroom. That is your computer lab. And there I am, your teacher. So today we are tackling Module 7. Module 7 is about starting a computer service enterprise. With this, I'll start with a question. With this knowledge that we have in this computer applications user, what business can a person start? By show of hands. From what we have learned in the computer applications user, and remember, DIT is training us to start our own jobs or manage our own jobs, or to encourage learners to start their own jobs after school. So by the end of S3, a student will have learned how to write, how to use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access. A student will have learned how to basic repair or maintenance of a computer. Will have learned how to use the internet. So Luchams, your hand is up. What type of business can you start with this knowledge? Mr. Luchams.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
What business can you start with?
I think it can be computer repair and also secretarial services.
Yes, we have secretarial services. Then computer repair. Patrick, your hand is up.
An internet cafe and the video library.
Internet cafe and a video library. Yes, thank you, Patrick. When I'm teaching my other learners, not you, I usually ask everyone to give me an answer, because okay, Patrick, your hand was up again. Did you have another answer? Mr. Wamal, are you with us?
I'm ready.
Okay, your network. Any ready? Baviria Gertrude and Najem Baskovia. We have Rashida. If a student asks you, Master, for example, at the end of this year, if DIT does the assessment, and you have a son in S3 who has done the computer applications user, what business can you start for them? Oh, yes, Kovia.
Computer maintenance and repair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
Computer
also,
maintenance.
yes, I think also networking, if that person has
Sorry?
really networking.
Networking.
Yes.
Yeah, we can add networking to computer maintenance. Okay, from my experience, the reason I do what I do at Izon School of Computing is because I failed to get a job as a teacher after graduation. After doing my diploma in education from National Teachers College, Carrillo, I struggled for 5 solid years to try and get what to do. And yet I knew some basic computing. I knew how to use Office. And 18, 20 years ago, even knowing how to use Microsoft Office, you were considered an expert on the village. But unfortunately for me, I didn't get the chance to have a school where to teach. So I was doing odd jobs. I worked in an internet cafe and many other odd jobs. And then in 2007, from 2006 to 2007, we started an idea that one, I saw a teacher was from King's College, Vodo, sent me to take a document to Nakasozi down at least some kilometers down the road for typing. And the lady typed the work. Yeah, by then the standard was good, but to me, the paper wasn't well done. For example, it was a physics paper, so it has those formulas and things were not done well. So I was like, I can do this better. So I typed it on my brother's computer, and everyone was like, is this the skill that you have? So we started playing around with the idea. Why can't we start a business of our own? Why can't we start something like this? So that's how I started out in Izon. I started out Izon Internet Cafe in Bingo. It started as a secretarial bureau, just typing work. And as I got more skills, I even started teaching people in the village how to use computers. Then sorry about that. We had, so I started a secretarial bureau in Bingo, which finally grew into an internet cafe. Then this internet cafe grew into a school also. This is the school where we are attending our lessons now. And then I also started repairing computers. And that is Izon, the Izon that you see right now, what you see right now. So I have Izon Internet Cafe. Inside the Internet Cafe, so when we did what, I mean, the skills kept growing. So the tips I'm going to share here are going to come from my experience, luckily. I'm not picking these things from books. It was a story. It is a story that I've seen growing for 15 years now. I repair computers and my company is called the Geek Village. It's fully registered. I build websites. It's called with Ezone Web Services. I have an internet cafe called Ezone Internet Cafe. In the cafe, we do basic computer maintenance also, and then we also do secretarial services. So the thing was, carry out a feasibility study. Now, this is what I do these days if I want to put a branch somewhere. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen and then open. I'm going to open maps. Oh, can you people see my screen? Anyone to confirm whether my screen is visible to all?
Yes, you can see.
Rogers.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Here we are. When I'm going to start a business, I'll first visit the village. Of course, you can do it physically or even online. So let me look for Chengera. I'm seeing Chengera here, and I want to see whether it is well populated to manage my, okay, if it's well populated enough. Let me click on the layers. Yeah, so I have Chengera here. So when I look at Chengera, I can see the place is so well populated. The whole of this is Chengera. So it means that the clientele is there that is able to support my hustle, to support my business. All those brownish stuff that you're seeing are what? The brownish stuff you're seeing here are buildings. So it means with this population, at least I can get a small percentage to support my business so that I can keep running. Let me try a place. Let me try a place far away from Kampala. Let me go to my village in Kaliro. So this is Kaliro, and let me keep pressing on the plus. Then let me go to my home. Now, when we were buying the idea of starting up an internet cafe in Kaliro, we had the option to either start it in town or start it near our home. So when you look at town, you can see, yes, there are some buildings versus, let me go home. I'm going home in Kaliro. This is NTC Kaliro where I studied, where I did my diploma. But this is the village where I stay. This is the village that I call home. Now, I'm like, my mother is like, why don't you start it near home where rent is cheaper? A house is at 100,000 shillings renting for a month. So I looked here and all I'm seeing are trees and a few buildings here. So let me just ask one person. Now, this is what you're seeing is gardens, garden after garden, and a very, very, very few houses here. So if I'm to ask, if you were me, where would you put this business? Would you put it near home because it is cheaper, or you would take it to Kaliro town where it's, yes, rent is more expensive? Who can tell us what you would do? Najemba.
Yes, please.
Where would you put your business?
Where the population is high.
Yeah, where the population is higher. So for me, that's how I carry out my feasibility studies. And then preparing PEX 1.2 tells us about preparing a budget for our computer service, our computer service business. I'm going to do this. I don't know if there's anyone with a computer who can share, and we come up with a budget for a simple secretarial bureau. Anyone with a computer? No one?
I'm on the computer.
Oh, Najemba, you're on a computer. Okay, I'm going to ask you, Mr. Rogers, can you please give Najemba rights to share their screen such that we can develop a simple budget for a computer business?
Yeah, they can have enabled sharing.
Yes, Najemba, Wamala, you're late. Sorry, we shall give you the next opportunity. Let us swap with Najemba now. So Najemba, please open Microsoft Word. And let's have a budget for a simple secretarial bureau.
Mr. Dumba, wouldn't Excel be better?
I wanted, you're breaking the what? There is what should I say? You're spilling the secrets. I wanted to relate between using Microsoft Word and Excel. I wanted us to start with Word. And then you see, with many of our students, when I'm teaching Excel, we learn how to do things in Excel and how to do things in Word. But some of the students will know how to use them, but they don't know why they should use the other. So that's what I wanted to bring in this thing. I wanted to mix the issues. So now that Mukalele has broken our secret, let us go direct to Microsoft Excel. Najemba. Yes, thank you. So we are going to start a secretarial bureau, and we hereby want to create our budget. And in this budget, I'm going to ask all of us to contribute. So Najemba, start with a heading, Najemba Secretarial Bureau. Najemba, let us go to cell A3 and put NO. And then in B3, we put item. Then C3 is quantity, QTY. Then rate, RATE. And then E is amount. E3 is the amount, AMOUNT. And then let us put in cell A2, You put the word budget. Budget. Then you click in cell B2 equals sum, open brackets. And then I want you to scroll from E4, from E4. Scroll up to about E50. It's enough. That's enough. Anywhere, don't worry, don't force. Then go back and close the bracket. Enter. Then in under amount, you click in amount first, equals C4. You click under C4, click on cell C4, then the multiplication sign, D4, click D4, press enter. Now you can also click there under amount. I click that figure and then scroll down. Yes, that's.
I autofill.
Yeah, autofill. We want our budget to grow as we are seeing it. As we are just continue down. Okay, that's enough. Now let us start. Najemba, what would you want for your secretarial bureau? There under items. Let us start with rent. Najemba, how much is a business room in your area?
I'm not sure.
Najemba?
I think 300.
Okay. So we are going to start with 3 months. In quantity, just put 3. 3, no, quantity is 3. Those are the months, because the landlord may ask for 3 months. Then the rate, you put 300,000. Enter. Now our budget is growing, so it means we need 500,000 first. Then we shall need furniture. Maybe let us put 3 seats. No, 3 seats. Furniture is big, eh? Okay, each seat is at 60,000. 60. What I wanted was for the furniture, I wanted the under furniture, just in the place of furniture, I put 3 seats. 3 seats. Then down, put 2 tables. No, 1 table. Just table. Anyway, things are coming from the head, just table. Then you put 1 at 150,000. Then we need a working desk, as in where you put your printers, scanners, and so on. Working desk. We need just 1. That will cost us around 100,000. And then let us look for what else. Now we need a computer. We need a computer. We need 1. I can put at 1 million that we shall use a second-hand computer. Then we need an Epson printer. An Epson printer will print in color and it will do the scanning. We need 1 at 900,000. At 900,000. Then what else do we need? Now, our colleagues can start giving us suggestions. This is my mind of a secretarial bureau. What else do we need, people? We need rims, 1 box of rims. Rims? Scovia? Scovia, are you there? Hello, hello, hello. Can someone confirm whether you people are hearing me?
We are
Yes,
getting
we are here, Mr.
Okay, thank you. So, Scovia, is there a problem, Scovia? Oh, sorry, we lost Scovia. So let us think of the other items. What else do we need for a good starting secretarial bureau? Yes, Rocham Shafiq.
I think we also need kind of the material to use in case there is a breakdown of a computer. So we might need the toolbox. I think it's like at.
Oh yeah, because we have the skills to do our own repairs, basic repairs. Yes, we could need a toolbox, maybe around 100,000. Rashida, you there?
Yes, Mr. Dumba, I'm here.
Give us, what else would you give us?
You may need a flash disk for transferring of files.
Wow, we need a flash disk. Oh, we are sorry, we missed so and so. We missed Najemba. I would have a really a rich budget. We had a rich budget. You need a flash disk.
Yes, please.
Yes, Shafiq, your hand is still up. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Okay, Shafiq put their hand down. So basically, you can think of the things that will help you start a secretarial bureau, but you need you'll need a box of rims to start with. You will need to buy some extra ink for your printer. Then you will need to buy what else? A sealing machine. Then you will need a binding machine. What else can we think of? Well, basically, that will start for you a secretarial bureau. You notice that we don't have a photocopier. Why? Because the business is just starting, we thought we would start with an all-in-one printer. And I've suggested the Epson printer. It can do the photocopying in both black and color. Then it won't disturb you with ink. The ink, you just pour the ink. You just pour the ink using what? There are certain bottles which I don't have here. And then it can also do the scanning. So Najemba is back. Najemba, you're welcome. Will you be able to share?
Yes, I can.
Or can you please, Mr. Dennis, can you please make Najemba a co-host? Dennis, are you there?
Yes, I'm there, Mr. Mkali. Okay. All right,
Yes,
let me make. Okay. Done.
Thank you. We are sorry,
Welcome.
Najemba. Yes, remove papers. put one, just put one, we shall buy a box. I don't know how much it is. Maybe put 100,000. 100,000. Then we need, someone suggested a toolbox. A toolbox. But that toolbox, let us not make a very expensive one. Just put one and put 50,000. All you need is a flash disk and what do you call it? A screwdriver, and you'll be done. Yes, ink bottles. Richards talks about ink bottles. Ink bottles. So you need 4 of them. And each one is at 30,000. Thank you. You need a binding machine. You need a binding machine. Don't worry about the spelling for now. Let us just put the machine there. One at maybe 150,000. Then you need a sealing machine. Then you put one at maybe 200,000. And then you'll need A4 envelopes. Yes, Richards talks of a sealing machine. It's the same as a laminating machine. A4 envelopes, the people who are asking for jobs. Envelopes, then you put one pack, just put one. Maybe 50,000, I don't remember the price. And you notice that our budget is growing to 3.9 million. Wow, Richards talks of a banner. Richards has good ideas. Do you have a secretarial bureau? So you can put a banner. Banner is BA, but yeah, one. You can put a banner, my banner, I made my banner. I put 100,000, but it could be even less than that. 100,000. Now, people, whatever you're going to do, my secretarial bureau might be different from yours. So what we have now, we can start with what we have. So I've just shown you that you can use even your Microsoft Excel and start your secretary, and create your budget. So we have around 4 million. So just adding another 1 million and you have a fully fledged secretarial bureau to start. Then what else? That was the budget. Then the marketing plan. Let us share ideas. How would you market your secretarial bureau? Our colleagues, by show of hands, we want to know how would you, if you started a secretarial bureau, how would you market it? Rashida is talking, but I can't hear. Oh, people. Okay, whatever business you have, how would you market it? I don't want to just mention these things. Yes, Peter.
You can use, first of all, social media.
Social media.
Website, you can make announcements on radios and so on.
Radios and so on. But now you are in that village of Nabingo there. Here you can make flyers. Richards says you can make flyers. Yes, now, good ideas. What do I do? Now, for me, I can make flyers, but not these small flyers. Chiria Martin talks about a business card, good idea. I will get a ream of paper, photocopy it, and then put it on those electricity poles around the village for people to know that we have a secretarial bureau. Then someone mentioned social media. Yes, you can put on your status and the contacts near you and tell them about your business. I've seen people who go to church gatherings and then talk about their business. I've seen people who use bulk SMS. For example, I use bulk SMS a lot. And then website would be a very big thing for website. But one other thing you can tell people about your business is by, like for me, I'm speaking here, and now you know that I have this on Internet Cafe. So in case anyone, a friend of yours from Nabingo asks, you tell them, oh, there is a guy I know in Nabingo, he has a secretarial bureau. Yes, by even speaking at public events, sharing knowledge in groups and stuff like that. So that's about marketing. And then determining business location, we talked about it when we are talking about the feasibility study. You won't take your secretarial bureau and invest 5 million in a place where the population is less than 20,000 or maybe 5,000. It just won't make sense. So you really want to put your money where you'll get the best out of it in the shortest time possible. Then for branding, promotion, and marketing, I usually, because this is a small business, I do them as the same thing. But for me, I branded my place as EZone. So anyone who sees that EZone in that red font, they know they are talking to Stephen and his staff, and that is EZone, wherever they find it. So branding, sometimes you can get a boy, maybe. Let me just show you that how I write. That is, and it is all. It is either a full block word with red. It can have an outline. I don't mix the fonts. I don't mix the colors so much. It will always be EZone. So that's my brand identity. You can create a graphics designer to help you come up with maybe the flyers, like someone suggested, the good business cards, and they have to be consistent to make sure that someone identifies with your brand. Whenever they see that brand, they know they are identifying with the right brand. Then the pricing of your items depends on the market generally. If photocopy is 200 in an area, it makes work easier for you. When you start your business, you also easily choose 200 as the price, because other people have been there before you and they know where they break even easily. So you also start with the price that you find in the area. Although sometimes you might be forced to adjust your prices according to your needs. Perhaps you have a more efficient machine and you want to bring a cheaper price for your services. But one piece of advice is never compete on price. It's never a good idea, because there'll always be someone to beat it, and you'll end up encroaching on your profit. So the best you can do is improving your service. Improve the service, don't cut the prices. Someone with a Galaxy A0 has a question. I'm in class. Yes, Galaxy. What else do I want to talk about? Let me talk about the bookkeeping. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to get my screen. I'm going to share my screen and show you some basic bookkeeping. I don't use very advanced, I don't use sophisticated bookkeeping software. For me, if someone can confirm, is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Dumba, it is visible.
Okay,
It's
thank
visible.
you. Now for me, let me go to my Gmail account. This is my Gmail account. So I'll go to the app launcher and then scroll down to Sheets. Sheets is the version of Excel is the spreadsheet version for Google. So I'll scroll down. Now you see here, I have eZone Records 2023. My girl, oh, there's someone. So my girl has to, I shared this Excel, sorry, this spreadsheet with my staff. So my staff has to fill in these details every day. So you can see how much came in internet, printing, photocopying, binding. This was on January 1st. And then the net, this is our net for that day, after removing all the expenses. Then on 2nd of January, we also, so hard duty, I've created the template, and hard duty is to fill this in. So 7th January, you'll see the figures as they come. So these details here even help me monitor what is working and what is not working. So as you scroll down, at the end of the week, tell us this was our net. Then we shall continue going down. So when we have a meeting, we are discussing these figures. So you can see the dates here, and then the figures on each. Oh, Mr. Ogisha, are you online? Okay. So this is how I do my bookkeeping. I have the records here. I have an expenses sheet that tells us how we have been spending. And then I'll have charts to tell us how our business is growing. Maybe week 1, this is what we managed to do. In week 2, we managed to make have a better week. Week 3, we had a better, then on week 4, things went down. So when you're having discussions with your staff, they can actually see the graphs and check themselves. And this will go on up to week 52. Week 52 of the year. That is the last week of the year. So that's about the what? Sorry, we have finished the marketing, and now this was about the bookkeeping. Then performing administrative tasks, drafting ICT guidelines. Ladies and gentlemen, let me first. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, when you're working with human beings, it is a very good idea if you had guidelines that will guide your relationship. How do you work together? For example, at what time does the business open? What time of the day and what time do you close? How do you deal with the several challenges that you find in that business? Have you prepared these people, or you leave everything to them to decide how they deal with the challenges? You as the owner of the business, now for example, here you have a son who has just finished S3 and says, Dad, I want to practice the business that I learned under DIT. Are you going to leave this 15-year-old boy to handle this business single-handedly? As you, who has also been through this training, and of course who has seen more years than your son or daughter, it would be good if this business had guidelines. What happens when your staff member comes late? In case your staff member falls sick, how are they supposed to communicate? What do they communicate? What privileges do you give your staff members? What privilege, where do you stop? And the like. So you will have to come up with something like that. And for me, I try to trace my customer care policy. It's been a while since I used this because it has just become a culture with us. So in the beginning, I had a customer care policy. What happens when a client has just come inside the business? Who talks first? How do you relate with the client? How often do you communicate with the client? If they've left their work, things like where do you leave documents that have been lost documents? Where do you keep them? Now, in an environment where you're working, like for us, we are like 5 members of staff here. In case you work on a client, If that client doesn't find you, how easy is it for the client or for your friend to find the client's work? Stuff like that. So these policies are for the benefit of the client. And when the clients are happy, of course, your business will be happy and your pockets will, somehow smile. And then formalizing the business. Yes, government wants that our businesses are registered. Like I said, yes, I've been in business for 15 years, but I only registered EZON Web Services with my colleague Rogers in 2020. I only registered the Geek Village, the repair business, in 2022. The need to register these businesses is there. It's only then that you can win bigger contracts with other institutions. For example, I happen to have a contract with a neighboring school here. It's because the business is registered. Previously, it was impossible to do business with them because it was just another ordinary business, even when the people know how good you are. And then you have to pay things like license, the license here, which is also not so expensive. And then communicating with stakeholders, the last part of this module. You notice my relationship with my clients is so, I try to build a long-term relationship with them. And I tell this to my staff all the time. So sometimes when there is a mix-up between a client and the staff, I remind them that you don't know how I got this client. It's because I don't see the client as a transaction. Many of us make a mistake in business. A client walks in, work on them and forget that business and you wait for the next business. It won't work that way. When we started, there are people we worked with who were really young boys who are being sent by their parents. Now imagine a 10-year-old boy who was sent by a parent to photocopy their work in 2007. Is 25 years now, or above 25 years. This person is independent. He has his own, he is working somewhere and has his expenses, some of which include creating a CV. Now, the relationship you created with this 10-year-old boy, if it was good, whenever he thinks of creating a CV, he'll remember he's on Internet Cafe and come and say, Steve, Master, can you please help me make a good CV? You get that. So how you relate with your clients is also important. Don't behave like some businesses which only smile with the client when the client comes with money, but try to build the relation. We try to build the relationship with our clients beyond the transaction that they came for. So colleagues, I beg to end here, and maybe we can have a little discussion if there is anything that I could have left out of my experience. Mr. Dennis, Mr. Ogisha.
All right, thank you very much. I don't know, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Dennis.
Well, colleagues on call, I'm going to invite you to hit the reaction button as usual, and we clap for our facilitator. Kindly let us extend that gesture in solidarity as we warmly appreciate him. Okay,
Wow,
now Mr. Dumba, if you
all.
look through the participant list,
I can see the reaction.
Outwardly to really, we are very thankful from the very start, Mr. Dumba.
Any questions? Any questions, colleagues? Any questions, colleagues? Okay, if there are no questions, we can call it a class. I'm planning to host a session where I am going to share how to start a Wi-Fi business. I started this thing just two months ago. And yes, it's not much that comes in, but it's something that I can pick off the internet that I am using. I can share my internet with the neighbors, and this is what I'm going to share with the general community, not only you people. So please watch out for this session when I announce it. Thank you so much. It seems people don't have questions for this particular one, so I want to call it a class. Thank you so much.
Yeah, just to end with Mr. Dumba, I wanted to alert them that we are going to share the evaluation form, the feedback form, to help us get some feedback from you and possibly make some improvements as we look forward to having another sessions, or rather other sessions in the time to come. For now, we're going to end the session here. We shall have another session where we shall have other communications and give you updates on the continuous arrangements we have. We want to engage you via WhatsApp group. Please let us keep in touch. Thank you for attending the session. Till then, like I've already said, wish you a very good day. Let us connect again at 8 p.m. to also receive experience from the web developers, facilitators. I want to thank you all. Have a good day.
Likewise, Dennis.